Hi everyone. Today we're going to learn about expanding binomials. So we are going to use the acronym FOIL to remember to multiply the first terms, the outside terms, the inside terms, and then the last terms. And the other thing that we really want to remember is that if you have a situation like this, if you have a binomial that's squared, you need to remember that that means the whole bracket is multiplied by itself. We can't just multiply, or we can't just put that exponent of 2 onto the first and second term. Okay, so let's take a look. When we're expanding binomials, the acronym FOIL helps out a lot. That means that we want to multiply our first terms together. So x times x is x squared. Then our outside terms together, so x times 8 is 8x. Then our inside terms together, so -3 times x is -3. And whatever sign is on your term, you want to make sure they kind of stay attached. So -3 times x is -3x. And then lastly, -3 times +8 is -24. Then what you want to do is make sure that you collect all of your like terms. So here we have two x terms that we can simplify. So we're going to have x squared, and then 8x minus 3x is positive 5x, and then the -24 is hanging out on the end. All right, and that would be our final answer. Let's look at our second example. So in this case, we have a 2 out in front. What we want to do in that case is we want to leave that 2 out in front and then do our binomial expansion, or expand our binomials in this big bracket. So again, first terms multiplied together. So we have x times x is x squared. X times -5 is -5x. Positive 1 times x is positive x, or positive 1x if you wanted to write it that way. And then positive 1 times -5 is -5. All right, I like to take a second and simplify inside my brackets. So I have these two x terms here that can be simplified. So we have x squared, then -5x plus x is -4x minus 5. And then I'm going to multiply my 2 into the brackets. I'm going to multiply each term by 2. So 2 times x squared is 2x squared. 2 times -4x is -8x. And 2 times -5 is -10. Okay, let's take a look. So here's the example that I was talking about before where we had a bracket, so x plus 4 squared. What we want to do is remember that that means x plus 4 times x plus 4. So then once we have this, then we can use FOIL. So our first term, so x times x is x squared. Our outside terms are x times positive 4, so positive 4x. Our inside terms are 4 times x, so plus 4x. And then our last term, 4 times 4 is 16. And again, always make sure that you simplify any terms that you can. So we have x squared plus 8x plus 16. If your terms are in this order, x plus or minus something, will be that your middle terms will be able to be simplified. But depending on the order of the terms in your bracket, they might not always be in the middle. So make sure that you are looking at the variable and the coefficient and making sure that they're the same before you simplify. Okay, last one. Let's look at this one. This one looks like, this one is a quadratic equation in vertex form. So let's just kind of do a reminder. So that -3 would hang out outside. Then we would have x plus 1 times x plus 1, since that's what that squared means, plus 2. So I would leave that -3 outside and use FOIL to expand my brackets. So I have x times x, which is x squared, x times 1, which is just positive x, 1 times x, so same thing, positive x, and then 1 times 1, which is 1. That plus 2 is hanging out on the end. I'm going to simplify inside my brackets, so -3. So I have two x terms. So x plus x is plus 2x, and a plus 1. and the 2 hanging on outside the brackets. So now I'm going to, just like the question that we did above this one, I'm going to multiply that -3 into my brackets, okay? But it does not apply to that +2 outside the brackets. So I'm going to have -3x squared minus 6x minus 3, and now +2. And because I've multiplied into my brackets, I can drop my brackets. So now when I simplify, I'm going to have -3x squared plus 6x. And in this case, I have some constant terms that needs to be simplified. So we have -1. So this would be y is equal to -3x squared minus 6x minus 1. Okay, I hope that little example helped with expanding binomials. Thank you.